Probably not. Hi guys! How are you doing? Are we good to go?
Yes.
Yeah?
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're very pleased to bring to you Miss Monica and Colleen. Please make them feel welcome. It's not Aussie talent before.
Oh no, I don't know what I was looking at. I was just making sure that it's not like at the charity auction where you guys can throw up weird messages behind me. So I was gonna have to sit like this. I missed a lot last night. Trying to
So yeah, hi you guys. I'm Colleen Clinkenbeard. I play Luffy in the new Funimation One Piece dub. I play Riza Hawkeye and Rose Thomas, as well as directing half the series of Full Metal Alchemist. I play Sister Esther in Trinity Blood, Mama in Kodacha, Reina in Witchblade. I can go on, Eclair in Kitty Grave, and more, lots more.
I'm Monica Rial. I'm a voice actress, obviously. Yes, this is my real voice, like I said yesterday. Get used to it. I've been in a lot of anime for AB Films and Funimation Entertainment, like Excel Saga, Blake Hyatt, Noir, I was Kirika. In Razapon, I was Haruka. In Air I was Simka. In Kitty Grade, I was Lumiere. In Full Metal Alchemist, I was Lyra Dante. In Full Metal Panic, I was Kyoko. In Tsubasa Chronicles, I was Sakura. In Trinity Blood, I was Vanessa.
Etc.
Etc. I could be here for a while.
So, we figured the best way to do this is probably have everybody ask us questions, so that way we talk about what you want us to talk about.
And not just ramble, because we do that really
And we have a nice fellow with a microphone.
Yeah, I always tell people that it's hard to pick a favorite. It's like picking your favorite baby. You know, like you can't really do it. But I'd say probably, if I had to pick a baby,
Sophie's choice.
my two favorites would be one from a show that I don't even think was released here called Princess Nine. It's a great show about baseball, kind of, but about these girls growing up, really. And I played a character named Izumi that was kind of a tragic heroine, if you will, and she was really awesome. And my other favorite would be Haruka from Razapon, because I think that's absolutely the most brilliant anime ever made, and I love her.
I love Luffy in One Piece, love it. But probably my favorite, just by virtue of feeling like real acting, like I can get into the character because it's very close to my own voice, so I feel a little bit more connected. I love doing her is Rose and
An affirmative amount. Or you have I'm really angry with you right now, I mean, like, there's a million different ways I had to say and if the director was very worried about each of them sounding different, and then there were long periods of quiet, and a lot of fighting, which can sound really lame if you put too much in. Like, there's a fine line you have to walk about. You don't want it to sound like one of those old kung fu movies where it's like, so, you're trying to dub it and not go overboard, but at the same time, you throw somebody over a wall, that's going to take a little bit of... I'm awake.
Probably Luffy is among the most difficult for my voice, but I really, you guys don't have Shin-Chan over here, but I play a gay little boy
Who's awesome.
who is so much fun. I love him, but he is in this weird place in my voice that I have trouble finding it. So every time I go in, I actually have to hear a reference line. Almost every line I do the reference line first, and then I do the line that I'm recording. Reference line is just something that you remember the voice, the way it sounds, and they'll play it for you over and over again, so you remember how you're supposed to be sounding.
Oh yeah, love it. I held a koala. Yeah, we held koalas and fed kangaroos and got chased by an emu.
Yes, very mean of you.
And saw the turkeys that dig in the dirt.
You love it.
It's nice, but especially here because we're in the Hilton down in Brisbane, and then you walk outside and it's like the shopping center of the world. It's
Yeah. You've got 5 malls all in a row.
Awesome.
Nice, one big mall in Brisbane.
Hi. I did actually check your review last night to find out what been in,
Yeah.
and there's heaps.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of questions. When you're doing the voiceovers, are you actually together, the whole cast, or are you all separate?
That's a good question.
We're all separate. There have been occasions where we've tried to record together. There was a show called Go Danner that we did at ADB. That was one of those big pilot robot shows, kind of a spoof. And for that, we tried doing some of the. They were all teams, like pairs, and so we would record together as a pair. Sometimes 3 people in a group. That gets difficult because you find that, you know, I may be really good at something and she may be good at something else, but there's always things that we're like bad at. And so I would hold her up because I, you know, made the wrong kind of fighting noise, and she would hold me up because she couldn't pronounce this one word. Or, you know, like, you end up losing time because you have to wait for the other person to kind of, yeah. Or sometimes it works out really well, but you never know what's going to happen. So we go in individually.
Yeah. Individual.
Which makes it difficult because then you're talking to the wall.
That's actually why we rely on our directors so heavily. The ADR directors, a lot of people ask what the ADR director's job is. I mean, if the actors know their business, why the ADR director? But it's because they have in mind the entire scope of the scene, of the episode, of the series, so they know when they're recording one person and they're the first person to record, they know what the other person's going to sound like, so that it doesn't end up sounding like you're talking into a vacuum, like you have no idea what the other person is saying. So.
And actors are really chatty people, so if you try to get like the entire cast together in one room, we're not like the Japanese. We're not like, I'm going to just sit here and wait for my cue. We're like, hey! How you doing? Hi! What's going on? So yeah, we would get nothing done.
Question down here.
From when anime first started making bigger mistakes, more the stuff started coming in, and sort of 2000, around 2000 was getting big. How do you think it's changing now? There's still a lot of output from Japan, and then there's still a lot of coming into the States?
Okay, so when
Now I know that there are good shows and there are bad shows.
I used to do, and like Colleen as well, I used to do theater, I was big in the theater, I would do, like commercial voiceover stuff and all that, but we're really busy for animation.
yeah, and we both do lots. We have lots of different jobs, but all of them right now are industry related. We both direct, and I produce, and she writes, and we both voice act, and I do commercial voice acting outside of it. We both do video game voice acting. So no more waitressing. No more hair cutting.
Which is good. I mean, I like hair cutting and all, but it's much cooler.
I don't like waitressing. But no, for a few years now, we've been solvent.
When you're recording an animated voice, do you actually have the video on the screen in front of you to make your lips move at the same time?
Another good question. Yes, we do. We do actually. It's on the screen right in front of us. If you want to explain about the recording process.
And then in the recording process, there's 2 different schools of thought on the recording process. I was predominantly at ADV for a long time, and we would do, it was called the chase method. So we would watch an entire scene in Japanese and kind of get the feel for what's going on, whatever. And then we would just start the scene over again and just talk on top of the Japanese. Like you would just speak whenever you saw the mouth open, you would just like, which means now I have a tendency to talk over Japanese people whenever I hear them speaking. This is not cool. I don't really appreciate that. But then at Funimation, you want to explain that?
Yeah, at Funimation we do what's called the 3-beat method. And so it's got a cue set up for you, an audio cue. You will hear a beep, 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 and then you go on what would be the 4th imaginary beep. So that lets you know when that mouth is really going to open, so that way you don't have to guess. You don't have to kind of anticipate when it's going to happen. But it also makes for a little bit less of an organic read. I think sometimes you hear the beeps and you just start talking. you're waiting for it, yeah, you tense up. So there's method to both madnesses.
There was a time period when I was working both. I still do, but I was working on both a lot, and I was going back and forth and doing the beat method and then the chase method, and I was working on